Hey guys, how's it going? If you're like me and you're a 90s kid who grew up on Cartoon Network, especially their original programs in the cartoon format, when you were always eager for every Friday night where they would do their cartoon Fridays programming block and with your one of your favorite characters hosting the program. You never failed to laugh at it. Not just the shows, but also the behind the scenes ads of like the cartoons interacting from your favorite shows interacting with each other and joking and having fun. Such wonderful voice acting from those hosts. Such wonderful voice acting in the shows too. I love Dexter's Laboratory, Johnny Bravo, the Powerpuff Girls, Ed, and Eddie, George County Dog, and a lot of great other ones. And this movie is, I think it was Cartoon Network's first theatrical movie based on one of their shows, and it did not do well at the box office. It was criticized for being too violent. I'm like, did you even watch the Powerpuff Girls before you watch this movie? I mean, people complain about that show being too violent. I mean, when the monsters just punch, it's like green blood because they can't show red blood, so they do censor it. And the the movie is a prequel, tells the origin story of the Powerpuff Girls, which I mean, you already know the origin story if you've seen the show. They show it at the beginning with in the intro with the theme music and the title cards. The sugar spice, everything nice. This is what made the girls, yada yada yada. And there's an episode called Mr. Mojo's Rising where it tells the origin story of Mojo Jojo. And so you've already seen that part of the movie, but the movie also shows other things that the Mojo Rising episode doesn't. Um, the and it tells about how when the girls, they had a lot to learn about the world and when they're sent to school, the kids teach them how to play tag, and they use their superpowers to play tag with each other, but they end up destroying the schoolyard and destroying half the city, and Professor gets blamed for it since he created them. He goes to jail. The girls are upset. They're seen as outcasts, and doesn't that fault line with the professor though? Like, should he have taught them a little more about the world before he sent them out of school to interact with other people? They're only a few days old, even though they have the mature. Their bodies are 5-year old mature. Their bodies have the body maturity of a 5-year old. They look like 5-year olds because they're in kindergarten. And but it was a good movie. There was a lot of good voice acting from a lot of voice actors from the show reprised their roles. Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob, he's the voice of the dim-witted mayor. Roger Jackson, I think he was the voice of Ghostface in the phone conversation scenes in the first Scream movie and the other Scream movies. He's the voice of Mojo Jojo. I love Mojo Jojo. He's my favorite villain in the Powerpuff Girls. So hilarious the way he repeats everything he says, reiterates, and it's the fun villain. And I like his whole plot where he takes all these animals and he mind monkeys from the zoo and he mind controls them because he wants to turn the Earth into Planet of the Apes. He tricks the girls into helping him, and when the town finds out they banished them, the girls go back. Then they go back home to rescue the people. They just like rescue people, but when the bad guys get in the way, Buttercup gets angry and sucker punches one of them, and they're like, "Hey, that's it. Let's use our powers to fight them." And I'm like, why didn't you do that to begin with? Have super strength and laser vision and stuff, and you can fly, so you're powerful enough to kick someone's butt. Why didn't you think of that before? Oh, yeah, that's my issue I have with it. I do like the final showdown with them and Mojo. Mojo taking his chemical legs to make turn into a giant, serious mutant Mojo. Reminds me of the ending scene of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, where Shredder drinks Last to the Use, turned into a mutant Shredder. Except that final showdown is a lot less fun than this one. It's way too shorter. And I love that when they take down Mojo, they say, "You are it." It's so funny. And they're declared heroes, and the mayor says, "Will you be our town's official heroes?" And Percy says, "As long as you save the world before your bedtime." So they get that hotline that they use in the show, and then they're heroes. Then that's the start of the show. Well, it's not the start of the show. The show was actually the show came before the movie, but still, and the show was still going, running during the movie. It wasn't didn't end yet. It didn't end until like 2004, I think. Yeah, and this movie came out in summer 2002, and there were a lot of great movies out that summer that I wanted my parents, mom and stepdad, to take me to see, but I only got to go see one movie, I think. The only movie I remember seeing that summer is Star Wars Episode 2, which I love. I don't get the hate for that movie either. Sure, it's flawed, but I'll talk about that in my Star Wars Episode 2 review if you want to watch that. All in all, I love the Powerpuff Girls, and I love the Powerpuff Girls movie. Underrated classic, in my opinion. Well, about 2000s classic. Kids movie classic, you might say. Alright, that's my review. If you like it, please hit the like button, subscribe for more great content. Thank you and God bless. Bye.